and you are watching Global Abundance Television, GAO TV. This is Global Abundance Organization Television, GAO TV. And today we have an amazing intersection of education, governance, and global sustainability, radiant force of transmission, Ambassador Her Excellency Dr. Srividhya Sukumar, a name commutable with visionary leadership, heart-driven service, and future-focused innovation. With over 3 decades of distinguished impact, Ambassador Her Excellency Dr. Sukumar journey is one of devotion to humanity's evolution. From empowering the minds of young learners to influencing strategic reforms at international institutions, a respected educationist, governance advisor, and strategic transformation consultant. He has architected systems that empower inclusive, sustainable, equitable progress, leaving a legacy across continents. Her credentials span from University of Madras to global certifications in ESG, HR, and quality assurance, including roles with GSFN, IGEN Global, and the United Nations ecosystem. As the founder of Vid-Yeah, VID-YEH, a digital sanctuary for educational thought leadership, she continuously elevates conversations around ethical leadership, futuristic research and development, and pastoral care as governance philosophy. A global panel board member, master coach, and community welfare architect, she actively volunteers with institutions like UNESCO, UNICEF, Al Maktoum Foundation, and the Emirates Red Crescent, demonstrating that true leadership is grounded in service, empathy, and empowerment. Her voice is not just heard, it resonates across generations, sparkling movement in ESG, women-led transformation, and youth leadership. Ma'am, welcome to the show. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you so much, Mr. Zafar. I think we spoke about it yesterday, and today we're on the live show. That shows how passionate you are with your work, and so happy to see such passionate people in the industry as such. I'm quite good. I'm so happy to join you on your show.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Ma'am, may you please share us with your life journey?
Yeah, life journey, a bit personal, but still. I started my career as a teacher, basically. And as you have said, I've been educationist, quality assurance expert, strategic transformational coach, and now an ESG advocate as such. So, with all these things over the years, I've devoted my career and expertise in advancing sustainable education and empowering communities locally and globally. So I would really call myself as a change maker because I believe in one slogan: be the change that you wish to see in the society. If at all we are really wanting to contribute towards a change, we should be the change that we want to implement. The change has to happen in you first. So I, with all pride, I call myself as a change maker. I try it first and then I take it forward as a trendsetter and a trailblazer, as people call me as. There is one simple slogan which they resonate with the name, with my name, basically. It's celebrate every single moment of your life so as to evolve as self, community, and terrain. Now, this moment, this virtual dais is so very precious to me, as to you as well. such that both of us celebrate it here and we collaborate, we communicate, we catalyst for change, and we take it forward to the community with the citizenship and thereby to the entire earth and the planet. So, what is the key thing is that whatever that we do, we have to do with the passion, we have to do with the commitment, such that we celebrate every single moment of our life so as to evolve. I mean, the change will happen as self first, and then to the community, and then take it forward to the terrain. So, with this, I always drive change incessantly with many programs and solutions towards achieving SDG goals of 4 that will ensure more inclusive, equitable, quality education, because education is the tool that can bring in the change anywhere. So, quality education promoting human values. Why? Because it's just not a commodity. It's a human right. No one should be deprived of it in the present world or in future as well. So, promoting human values for lifelong learning opportunities for all. So, with this, why is it so? Because right from my birth from India, I was born in a very simple family, but with a commitment of serving the humanity. With over the legacy of about now 50 years, I can say, like my the whole family's tireless advocacy of accessible education to the deprived communities has transformed countless life in both national and the global scales as well, because the alumni of our schools are studying in the different universities, and they are already working in different organizations. So with this, I have been adorned with the doctorate thanks to the World Human Rights Protection Council. They acknowledge my services in the management and transformational coaching, and they have really given me this chance or the opportunity to serve the society in a much more better way, through and through. So that's where we are, and rest of the things, as you have told already. Like I remember, I work with the member of the government organizations, non-government organizations, social welfare organization, because that's what is expected out of me. And I've contributed to a lot of international initiatives as G20 sessions and COP20 conferences over here in this part of the world, as it underscores my determination to champion sustainability and the fundamental principles of ESG, that is environmental social governance. End of the day, where these all these things leads to, it's for universal peace. Our appeal for universal peace and making our planet a better place to live in. As such, what I would like to conclude the introduction part with only one simple saying: experience the path, experience the past, experiment it with the present, so that evolve as the future, such that every single step that you take in this journey is a big leap to fly high. So we are more like a stained glass. We sparkle and shine by the gleaming beauty of our own spectrum. We mirror and we create ourselves. So I don't paint my dreams, but I paint my reality.
Amazing. Your Excellency, can you share a pivotal moment or experience that defined your journey towards becoming a global voice in education, governance, and sustainability?
I really congratulate you for this beautiful question that you have framed it so beautifully, most comprehensive question, I would say. You're talking about a global voice, relating it to my pivotal moment of experience, the journey towards education, governance, and sustainability. Thereby, you have related all the through in one line. Well, I reflect my journey as I recall, as you said, the pivotal moment that stood out of me. Earlier in my career, I had an opportunity to work with all community based organizations that focused on providing education, how to underprivileged children, because our schools, the schools that we were running before, like we were not charging fees. So there were open schools with no fees. So with that experience of being from an organization that was providing education to underprivileged children, witnessing the transformative power of education I saw how it can break the cycles of poverty, empower individuals, and drive positive change in communities. So, with this legacy of experience, has not only deepened my passion for education, but also broadened my perspective on its role in shaping societies. I realized that education is intricately linked with governance, sustainability, and global development. All these are linked because education can open your avenues to the future. As such, it's a passport to the future for those who are going to dream it today. So let's dream it today, so we're bringing the change in the society tomorrow. This understanding sparked a desire within me to contribute in creating a more equitable, just, and sustainable world. Over time, my work in education, as such, with governance or sustainability, has taken to have taken avenues or channels for me to work with various parts of the globe globally, working with diverse stakeholders from policymakers to business leaders to community activists as educators. Each experience has really evoked, reinforced my conviction that our collective future depends on how well we integrate these three critical areas, that is education, governance, and sustainability development. All these three will cater or catalyst change in the community development. So today, as global voice in these fields, I am committed to advocating policies and practices that will prioritize education with good governance and sustainability development. I believe that by working together and leveraging all our collective expertise, we can create a world that is more resilient, inclusive, and prosperous with peace for all. So, this is what is the message I would like to convey as a pivotal impact from my past, relating it to the present, thereby having a vision for the future.
That's amazing, Your Excellency Ambassador Dr. Sukumar. It's amazing listening to you, and your insightful is it's too amazing. It's too transformational. Yeah, it's very impressive. Your Excellency Ambassador Dr. Sukumar, what does the word abundance mean to you personally in context of leadership, community, and the planet?
Right. I really like the word abundance show, the way that you've said. Because these days, if you really say that you ask the universe, it will give you in abundance. This is what the trend is going on. So when we talk about abundance, abundance is very simple thing that we cannot find in outside world. It should be found within you. Hope you will agree with me.
Yeah,
So
sure.
yeah, so the smile, the very smile which is on the face, it shows that how abundance has inflicted my glow, my face, and thereby my thoughts, thereby I'm able to bring it to the society or the person whom I'm interacting with, whom I'm working with, such that we are all able to work in cohesion and also in a more peaceful ecosystem. So abundance, definitely. I really like the word. That's why immediately I took up your show. Definitely I liked it. So basically, abundance is like richness in all its forms. It's just not material wealth. It's the richness of experiences. It's the richness of relationships. It's the richness of the opportunities. In the context of leadership, abundance means not your leadership or your empowerment. It is empowering others, fostering a culture of generosity, and creating an environment of an ecosystem where everyone can thrive, strive, and drive for a positive change or a positive change in self and also to the work. And then from the workforce, it will go to the community, to the environment, and thereby taking it to the world. So, thereby, abundance means richness. In community, abundance means recognizing the diverse strength of talents, because unity in diversity is what is abundance is all about. That's what is the richness of traditions and culture is all about, such that each individual brings to the table that is abundant in their own culture, but sharing with people with open mindedness, thereby building inclusive networks, inclusive ecosystem. Thereby, it will reflect on your network is your net worth. What happens in this network is that we start collaborating, we start working together, sharing resources, thereby we collaborate to achieve common goals. So in community, abundance is sharing and caring with all diverse cultures. When it comes to our great planet Earth, because it's the only planet that we have, abundance is living in harmony with the nature. So, as champions or the green warriors of nature, it is our duty. Our duty is the abundance in preserving biodiversity. Our duty, our prime duty in conserving this planet is the abundance, ensuring that our actions of today doesn't compromise of the well-being of the future generations. It's about adopting sustainable practices, reducing waste, promoting eco-friendly practices and policies. That is what is abundance about. When we talk about planet, that our earth, our mother earth, that is living in harmony with the nature is what is abundance is all about. Ultimately, abundance is what is that? It's in the mindset. It all starts from self. It's about recognizing the abundance that already exists with us, around us, using it to create a more equitable, just a prosperous world for all. As a leader, I strive to embody this kind of a mindset, inspiring others to do the same, working with them together to create a brighter future for our planet and all our inhabitants.
That is really, really deep and vast. Surely, abundance is creating the world of possibilities, creating the world of harmony, eradicating all scarcity aside, but just cultivating everything in gorgeous manner, enriched in color and everything. Your Excellency, Ambassador Dr. Shri Vidya, as a strategist, transformation, and compliance expert, what are the most urgent governance shift needed in today's fast changing world?
Very true. Thought provoking question. Really. Very thoughtful question. Thanks for asking this question. Really. Very much needed question in this world. So, first is that openness to learn. In this fast world, as you said, fast changing world, today what is present is not going to be there tomorrow, and it's not going to be there in the future as such. But our duty as the inmates of this world is that we need to have an open mindedness to unlearn, relearn, and adapt ourselves. This is what that mindset should be. So embracing adaptive governance in that sense, like what exists, what was the traditional conventional method governance models which were existing before, they are struggling to keep up the pace of the rapid change. So there is a need, there is a deliberate need for more adaptive, agile governance framework that will respond effectively to all emerging challenges and opportunities. So this is the first need that I would keep, that under the governance shift, this is the first thing. Openness to learn, to really come out of the conventional system, embrace adaptive governance, prepare yourself for the change, the fast changing world. Second is the key thing, integrating sustainability and ESG, without which no, the life is not going to be exist on this planet. The governance structures must provide sustainability and ESG, that is environmental social governance consideration, and adapt it, include it with embedding sustainability core strategies by as in the form of reporting, decision making processes to ensure long term resilience and value creation to our great mother earth, our sincere planet. Because the one planet that we have, if we have this one planet, one vision, everybody, everything will fall in place such that we all will become, each one of us will become more responsible citizens in contributing towards the same. Third is that enhancing transparency and accountability. So when we are driving for change, what is more needed, what is actual requisite, which is going to be really indispensable in handling the situation is that transparency and accountability. In an era of increased security and the demand for accountability, governance frameworks should prioritize transparency, ethical behavior, and robust oversight mechanism. This will include very clear communication, stakeholder engagement, and mechanisms for holding leaders accountable, such that everything is there on the portal, everything that people are able to see and they're able to change. If at all I need to change, I will bring in the change in myself. If at all you need to change, I will help you to change in the process. So this is where the third pillar really forces us to. Then maybe like fostering inclusive decision making. So when the government should reflect on the diversity of the stakeholders, irrespective of the caste, creed, nationality, color, whichever country they belong to, irrespective of the diversity of the stakeholders, they should ensure reflect on a tolerance mechanism of the decision making process, which is going to be more inclusive, taking everybody into consideration, putting yourself in their shoes before taking the decision, that such that it becomes equitable and more representative. As I'm going to take a decision, voice it out, I will be a representation for each and every one of the person. So that kind of inclusive decision making, which will actively with the diverse perspectives, addressing biases, ensuring that all voices are uniformly heard. So then coming to the AI era, the key requisite or the key demand is that the leveraging technology and innovation with the government framework need to adapt with the technological advancement to enhance efficiency, effectiveness, and the stakeholder engagement. So this could be either in the form of digital tools, data analysis, or any other technologies which will be there in the process of decision making and improved governance outcomes. Thereby, what it will lead to, it will strengthen global cooperation such that the government frameworks should promote international cooperation across cross-border challenges, support global goals, which are actually our sustainable goals, SDGs. This requires cross-border acceptance, tolerance in different sectors and disciplines. So which will really help us to have a very long term value creation such that we live in a society of harmony built on the platform of partnership and peace, such that we will have a more inclusive and a tolerant world where everybody's voice is heard, with building in resilience and risk management systems also we cannot compromise on, such that when we just bring in change, when we talk about sustainability, it is not like creating something new, it is like enhancing the present without jeopardizing the situation, such that we should have a more resilient and risk management systems also in place, that will have a plan of about testing and contingency plans and etc etc etc, with proper ethical leadership and cultural governance, which will have all leaders in place who have continuous learning and improvement as should be as a prerequisite for being a leader, being adaptive of the new innovations which are coming up. The governance practices are coming up so that you are able to meet the changing trends and the needs and the challenges. So, with all these things, the governance structures can better navigate with the complexities of the today's fast changing worlds to drive positive outcomes in organization, communities, and therefore for our planet.
Great insight. Really, really enjoyable and so catching. Your Excellency, Ambassador Dr. Srividhya Sukumar, you worked across the global organization including GSFN, and United Nations platform. What leadership qualities do you believe the world needs more of right now?
Very true. First thing, we all should be human. Be human. That's the basic thing. So, built on this platform of be human, we all should have empathy and compassion. Leaders who can understand, relate to the needs and emotions of their teams, stakeholders, and the broader community are essential for building trust, fostering collaboration, and thereby driving a positive change. So, being human is a prerequisite on the platform of empathy and compassion. Thereby, coming into the professional world, visionary thinking. We should think far and beyond as leaders. So, the leaders who can envision a sustainable future will inspire others to work towards it with a crucial for addressing the complex global challenges and the need for it. So they will work on long term goals, anticipating the trends and the threats which are involved in it, develop strategies that align with the sustainable developmental goals. When we do that, as I told you, as I've mentioned before, inclusivity and diversity should be the key thing. The leaders will not have any kind of partiality, they will be more inclusive. Leaders who will prioritize inclusivity and diversity can create more equitable and innovative organizations. They will actively seek for diverse perspectives, promote representation, and ensure that everyone's voice is heard in the decision making processes. Thereby, when we bring in change, first thing is going to come is I'm not going to do it. That way, the ability to adapt to the changing circumstances and bounce back from the setbacks is the vitality of the team leaders in the fast paced world. So they will pivot strategies, embrace new technologies, and lead their teams through this uncertainty with all basic integrity and ethical conduct, such that they will not be leaders who will be empowering their force, but still they will prioritize transparency, accountability with a responsible decision making with a collaborative mindset that they will include across boundaries, build partnerships, and leverage uh, collective strengths that are essential for driving very systematic change. So, such that what is needed in this process is that continuous learning with the systems thinking, such that they will have more innovative solutions to address the complex problems, the complexity of the problems with a holistic mind, such that they will have a curve. They will stay ahead of the curve even to inspire the teams, such that they will be more committed for any professional and sustainable growth. So this kind of leadership will be a very purpose driven towards global citizenship, and this will definitely inflict and influence positive change, fostering sustainable development and create a better future for all.
Amazing. Your Excellency Ambassador Dr. Srividhya Sukumar, how can educators today go beyond classrooms to help shape future ready, sustainability conscious global citizens?
Of all the questions, this is my favorite question. Really. Why? Because being an educationist, I'm a very passionate educationist. I believe that education is the one which can bring in the change anywhere. Anywhere, as you say, anything that you speak, you need to educate people. When you educate people, there will be a change as such. So, really, go beyond classroom. As we think, the future of the civilization uh, is being built in the four walls of the classroom. as said before by John Smith, is no more the statement. The future of the civilization is no more built in the four walls of the classroom or the premise of the schools and universities, because education happens everywhere and anywhere and any time of the day. That's what is the new trend is all about. That's what is the sustainable learning is all about. So here are some ways as educators when we do that. What is the key thing is that integrate a very real. What do I really mean that? Let's not follow a very conventional way of system of education where it is confined to the four walls of the classroom, and people are really thinking about if at all I need to be educated, I need to really go to the school and get myself learned. And that's not the thing. Even at home, while sitting at home, I can learn something. And every single experience in life is a learning experience. And that will really help you. That will say that you are educated, you are literate. We don't really need that kind of a very certification process such that you are certified in doing this. First is that the practical application. In that, what is actually required is that relating education to life as such. In the sense, like what is relating education to life is connecting classrooms to the real world issue, encouraging students to apply their knowledge to solve the problems and make a positive impact. Thereby, what is follow through is that fostering global citizenship, teach students about the global issues, cultural diversity, interconnectedness of working together, such that they need not think that this are the four classrooms where I'm learning, this is where my education is all about. This is the school where I'm studying, or the university or the college I'm studying. I have to learn only here. It's not like that. Education can happen globally anywhere. They start connecting with people. These days, as we know, with the chat GPT, with the Google and everything is there in the system. And so that we can learn ourselves. Self-learning is the best thing that the student can do. Encourage them. What we need to do as educators is that we need to encourage them to think critically about their role in the global community. That is what is the thing. And also promoting sustainability education is not the need of art, it's the key for the future. It's the key which is going to open the doors of the future. So incorporating sustainability into the topics of the curriculum, such as climatic change, environmental conservation, and social justice. Very simple thing that the teachers and the educators can do is that anyway they are preparing lesson plan, just the below the lesson plan of the top, that particular topic, they can say that this particular topic is catering to dash a sustainability goal of SDG 4, SDG 5, SDG 6. This will really handle the problem and help the students understand the importance of the sustainable practices and their impact on the planet, such that we don't need to think about saving the planet on ourselves, but our student community will do it. So thereby encouraging community engagement, partnering with the local organizations, business group and communities to provide students opportunities as interns for hands-on learning activities and services. This will help the students to develop a sense of social responsibility and civic engagement, such that they will develop a love for each other, respect for each other, respect for the nature, respect for the community, respect for everyone. When there is love, there is always a respect. When there is respect, there is always a growth. If we don't follow this triangle, it's going to be very difficult to handle. So in that case, develop critical thinking and problem solving skills, encouraging students to think critically about the complex issues of the world, that help them to develop creative solutions for that, such that these students who are learning with us, they will not be job seekers, they will be job givers. They will become entrepreneurs and they will be able to give job. They will be able to have their own businesses. They will drive their own self. They will have their own businesses and they will employ more. They will work collaboratively with more and more people, building strong relationships with empathy for others. Thereby, it will really develop global citizens. So definitely not compromising on the technological part of it, using with the usage of digital tools and platforms which will make our life easier, connect students to the from peers around the world, thereby facilitating cross cultural exchange and collaboration, modeling sustainable practices, that thereby demonstrating the importance of living sustainability and sustainably and responsibly. So if we do that, this will really encourage for student leadership and legacy that will help to voice their opinions and make a positive impact in the society for from self to the community and then to the planet.
Thank you so much. Your Excellency, Srividhya Sukumar, you seen youth leading transformation, and what support do they need most from leaders like yourself?
In the sense like when we talk about youth, they are the key for changing bringing the change in the society. In the sense they are the power, they have the power to change the trends in their advocacy. Say for example, when instead of doing these things in our own regime, in the sense they can always, when we give it to the youth, they learn to collaborate with people with more kind of but with only problem which we'll have with the youth communities is that it will be very difficult to bringing them under like our control. So in that case, what is the key thing that we need to inculcate in the youth is that the values, the human values have to be inculcated with them with proper regional or cultural methodologies and the norms which and the disciplines which they will be able to employ themselves as such, and they will be able to do it. If we do that, there'll be a proper stakeholder engagement of including customers, employers, and working with the communities as with the more kind of process which are driving innovation also will not be a compromise because youth are the one who are bringing the change in the society. So in that case, involving youth in the especially the global youth, because our team which we are working with the UN is that the youth sector. So there if you see youth from different parts of the globe with diverse background as such, and they come and they implement it because they put forth their problem first. So each one of us get to collaborate and hear from each one of the country or the nation that they're representing, and they voice out their solutions for that particular nation. That becomes a learning experience for the other youth, such that they are able to get it implemented. They at least they're able to learn from them, and they're able to implement it in that particular country if it is applicable. So bringing in youth is going to be the actual trend of the future world. Sorry. Yes.
Thank you so much. Your Excellency, Ambassador Dr. Srividhya Sukumar, in what ways is ESG, environmental social governance, becoming a new form of capital in business, policy, and development?
um, Actually ESG is actually the call for the world. It's a call for the future. Why? Because this ESG is a new trend which has come. It is, and ESG means environmental, social governance, and it's a new form of capital in business, policy, and development. So when we do that, it becomes first thing what we need to take into consideration is when we talk about business, investors' expectations. So ESG considerations, when we implement them as a strategy, as a system, so ESG's consideration or becoming the key factor in investment decisions, with many investors prioritizing companies that demonstrate a very strong ESG performance. And this ESG is maybe new with a new caption or the new name now, but it has been in vogue, it has been in practice as CSR activities before, that is community service related activities. That particular aspect has evolved as ESG governance now for better performance as such. So when we do that, the second thing what definitely as responsible stakeholders, what we need to keep in our mind is the risk management systems we cannot compromise on. So the ESG factors, when it is then they're incorporated or being integrated into the framework of the risk management systems, to what how it helps us, we will be able to identify the potential risks which are involved in that, and thereby with the SWOT analysis, it's not only addressing threats, on the other hand it will help us to open avenues for the new opportunities. So to mitigate all the negative impacts, and making it with a positive vibe on business and stakeholders. So with the risk management system of the ESG factors, definitely this will help. Then when we do that, we an island cannot exist on its own, or a tree cannot form a garden. In that case, what we need to work with the community, we need to work with the people. In that, what is required is that one regulatory body is definitely required. In terms of any ministry or any particular local governing body is required for the regulatory frameworks, and those government bodies, the regulatory frameworks, authorities should be very clear about the mandate which is given as regulatory, where governments are involved as regulatory bodies in developing these frameworks and guidelines as ESG reporting standards, and also procedures with the disclosure of increasing transparency and accountability, such that everything is there. If anybody comes for inspection, if it's there, it is there. If it's not there, they will just have to say it's not there and you need to work on it. So this kind of framework, I'm putting it in a very simple word for people to understand. So this kind of regulatory frameworks in terms of audit reports with the compliancy terms, and with the proper checking and monitoring. And when we do checking and audits, our thing is that doesn't stop with the audit reports and audit textbooks and all the digital thing, all the reports which are there. But it has another process. The following process is that the restoration process. When we have restoration process, what we need to do, we need to have remedial measures in place, measures in place in terms of risk management system, such that if it is not there, what could be done? If it has to be done, how it has to be inculcated, how it has to be imbibed or incorporated in terms of training, or in terms of training other people who are training the stakeholders who are going to use it. All these things have to be in place such that we have a very peaceful and compliance factor which is being there in terms of ESG factors which are there, such that this could be done not only as the person from the owner of the company or the institution that we're talking about. This includes even the customers who are using it, and the employees who are using it, and the communities who are using it, with greater demand, with more transparency and accountability, as really for on ESG issues. Thereby, when we do this process through and through and through, there will be an evolution. When there is an evolution, there will be a change. When there is driving change there, it is nothing but innovation. So, creating new opportunities for the businesses, developing sustainable practices and services, and with a long term value creation as such. So, if we do that, the whole thing, the process of ESG governance, will lead with the alignment of the global goals, such that when we do that, it will be have a very peaceful and sustainable living, with access to the capital, and everybody's money who has invested in any money or any business is going to be more safe, secure. It's not only for the money, it's not only for the finance aspect of it. Even as people will be more safe and secure in a planet that we are living together. So this ESG performance will really help in bringing up the change that we are talking about, as in terms of policymakers or the governance bodies or the local authorities, that will really drive innovation, that will add value in contributing towards a more peace and just world.
Your Excellency Ambassador Dr. Srividhya Sukumar, you are a role model for many women across the world. What barriers do you still see, and how do you help break them?
Thank you. This is a very personal question, but still, first of all, I'm maybe the role model is a very big word. Not for me, definitely, because I've got a long way to go. I've got different role models whom I really inspire and follow their feet as such. So the first thing is that though we say about women are empowered, women empowerment, all within quotation, it's a fact. It's actual reality. It's a blunt truth which is existing. The gender bias and stereotypes. Women often face the biases and the stereotypes that, you know what happens, that limit their opportunities and potentialities. This is the first thing that we need to really take care. If at all we do this, then it will be a more nice place to live in. And because of that, what happens, there is a lack of representation of women in where actually they deserve to be. So the women are underrepresented to leadership positions. It happens. We cannot say no. You tell me, does it happen? It happens, which makes very difficult for the women to find their actual roles and their actual aspirations to be met with, and very limited access to opportunities with the barriers in place to, in accessing education, training, career opportunities. This really hinder their professional growth. And the last but not the least is that managing work life balance. What come, what may. A woman is always seen with a ladle in the kitchen. She cannot come out of it. She is definitely, so many people, so many changes have come in. But this is actual matter of fact. First is a family, and then it's like moving on to the career or to the workspace, to the workforce. So balancing between the work and life. So the women often bear disproportion of a burden of a caregiving responsibilities that are so blended and threaded with the women, making it a challenge for the balance the work and the personal life. So if you ask me, if you want me to move further as such in this, what we can do to break these barriers, what we have done or we are trying to do is that being a mentor and a sponsor woman. I mentor and sponsor women in my network by providing guidance, support, and giving them opportunities for growth. So I really voice out for the advocacy of the policy changes wherever I go to promote gender equality, such as equal play, flexible work arrangements, and even family friend policies, etc., etc., etc. And also working with the more vulnerable group, providing really voicing out their ideas and thoughts in terms of STEM education for girls. I really take initiatives of promoting STEM education for girls and women by helping to the development and also empowerment. How many of them know to even write their name or read their name or even the number on the check? You tell me. And these days we are using all fancy mobiles, definitely. And definitely, if we have a mobile, we should know how to use it. Who is going to educate these girls? These are the ways that will really promote women empowerment, and we are trying to do it. And wherever I go, I amplify the voices of the women in my network and beyond, highlighting their achievements, encouraging them thereby their contributions to aspire others. So definitely, with all these things, I think one day or other we will be able to address, and it will be a better world.
Your Excellency Ambassador Dr. Srividhya Sukumar, this is amazing. I mean, that truly your experience and you're speaking your heart, and I mean, this is heart touching. With AI becoming a dominant force, how do we align technological advancement with ethical governance and human centric design?
In the sense, like if you talk about AI governance, the very simple thing is that we are talking about AI, educating people about STEM education, which I mentioned just now, and also with the AI governance, relating it to the AI governance. The main thing is that we need to address those threats which are going to come in the future today. Say, for example, if one simple aspect of AI governance is addressed today as a threat, it will really pave way for a nicer world in the future. Now, what do I really mean is that we are thinking about AI governance means safety and security, cyber security, which is already in place. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the removal of the waste management in the AI, in the sense, like, for example, today we are talking about on this platform. Now, after some time, after few days, after a man or 1 month or 2 months, what will happen to this particular recording? It will become an archive in the AI world. We will delete it from the system or somewhere. And but we may be thinking that, okay, this is fine, dead and gone, I've deleted it from my system, but it is there in the cloud somewhere. Who is going to delete it from the cloud? Who is going to remove it? Who is going to remove the waste from the cloud? We are talking about, now I gave you a very good example of what we are doing today with relating, like that, each every single second the waste is being collected in the cloud. Who is going to remove all those waste, and what we are going to do with the waste, where we are going to align the waste, where we are going to take it? Have anyone thought about it in AI governance? AI governance, when we talk about security, safety, everything, data handling, I do agree, everything is there and people have started working on it, but nobody has ever given a thought to this waste management system of the AI governance at all. This is what people should start working on it now, such that our 10 years from now we will have a safe place. Otherwise, what will happen with all these? We are talking about plastic bottles clearing, refining seas, oceans, water bodies, and everything, etc., which we have not thought 10 or 15 years before, or 2 decades, through 2 to 3 decades before. Now, this is what will happen to AI governance if we don't think about it today. This is the key threat of the AI governance, which everybody has to address. The rest of the things, everything is being taken care with. People should be more responsible in using it. It is our responsibility in using the data very clearly, very systematically, such that what is required, only that I will take. That's what is the AI governance is all about, and this is what the future threat is all about. And if we are going to address this particular threat of AI governance, then we'll have a safe world.
Thank you. Your Excellency, Ambassador Dr. Srividhya Sukumar, if you could implement one global policy tomorrow to accelerate abundance and sustainability, what would it be and why?
One global policy. Why you are so stingy? You are asking about one global policy where I am. There are so many issues around the globe. Yeah. Right. Okay. The first thing is,
Yeah, just because of the scarcity mindset we have, that's why I'm asking one, only one, to begin with.
uh, yeah, I'm very greedy in that matter. Uh, Universal basic income, that is UBI. Here, what is the actual threat of the world is, one person is earning too much, whereas on the other hand, it is other person is even deprived of even 1 rupee. So, if someday or other, if we have a policy to bridge this with universal basic income of anyone, any human, any individual who is born in this earth, who is living, this will be the basic income. So, if a governance can set up this kind of revenue for each and every individual who is born on this planet, every single individual, every single person who is born on this planet, with an universal basic income, UBI, for each and every person in the society, which is going to be a suffice for about 3 times food for him and to take care of a very small family. If a government can come with this policy, this is going to be the real vision. That's why I said it's a very greedy thing which I'm thinking about. And you may be thinking, why ma'am is talking like that? Is it going to be really possible? Like thinking about everybody on the earth and thinking about one basic income. if we are trying to bridge this with more funding, yeah, how we can do this is that the money which is being generated should be uniformly distributed. Funding with a combination of sources, thereby we are able to channelize with maybe environmental taxes and redistribution of the existing social welfare funds which are there with etc. This will really help. So that's what is the only thing which uh, I'm thinking about, and this will help to reduce poverty, ensure that every single person has access to the basic necessities. So, by prioritizing, secondly, sustainable living, as I told you, sustainability is not something creating something new or whatever thing. Bringing a change in the present, evolving it for the better without jeopardizing the present. That's what sustainable is all about, such that every single person's need is met and individuals are being with incentivized with more eco-friendly choices, taking more responsibility on reducing carbon footprint, promoting for sustainable development. And this UBI, which I mentioned, it will provide a very safety net for enabling individuals to pursue their entrepreneurship ventures. Even a small pottery shop, he will think about having his own pottery made with a clay modeling, and he will go sell pots, or he will do farming, he will grow fruits, he will go sell the fruits. Thereby, with more kind of innovation, creativity will follow through more and more, such that there will new norms will come, new ventures will come. Once we give this UBI, universal basic income, to each and every one of the citizen of every single country is going to get it. This will have a financial security. This will reduce stress, anxiety, mental health issues, promoting overall well-being of everyone. So this will definitely take a step forward for a more equitable, sustainable, and abundant world where everyone will have an opportunity to strive, thrive, and drive their own dreams.
So sweet of you, Your Excellency Ambassador Dr. Srividhya Sukumar. Lastly, but not leastly, what message or mantra would you share today with the world watching, especially the next generation of abundance driven leaders?
Yeah, we started with that, but still, I would like to repeat it since you're asking it. So, with the closing reflections, I would say that celebrate every single moment of your life. Celebrate it. Every single whether it is a failure or success doesn't matter, and failures are more has more value because every single experience in life is a learning experience. And to the irony, when we talk about celebrating, we think about only success, celebrating success, whereas success is very short lived. Just that moment on the stage, yes, ha 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 ha, applaud, hands, all done, finish, success is gone. Then it is just what next? But it is the failures which will keep on working in our thought, how to make it, how to make it, how to make it happen, how to make it happen. That drive really helps you to move forward in your life. So, whether it is a learning experience, whether it is success or failure, doesn't matter. Celebrate every single moment of your life so as to evolve as self, community, and terrain. First, bring the change in you, evolve evolution in you, and then from the self, you influence your society such that from the society, you take it forward to the planet or the terrain. So, this is what is the mantra which I mean. So, in that case, in that process, you empower yourself, you will empower others, you will dream big, act very boldly, and such that your journey is not just a process, it's not just for the destination, but it's an ongoing process where abundance meets its purpose, where innovation meets compassion, and every individual can drive thrive, and drive their dreams. So, to the next generation of abundance driven leaders, I say that be the change that you wish to see. Lead with empathy, innovate with purpose, collaborate with passion. So, together, we can build a more sustainable future for all. And abundance definitely is not about resources, it's about the positive impact that we have for each other on this planet. So let's strive and leave a legacy that will inspire not only our generation but the future generations. Definitely.
Thank you so much on behalf of the entire GAO TV and Global Abundance Organization family. We extend our deepest gratitude to Ambassador Dr. Srividhya Sukumar for gracing the Abundance Show with her powerful presence, profound wisdom, and heartfelt insight. Your Excellency, your journey, leadership, and unwavering commitment to education, governance, and global transformation have left an indelible mark on all hearts and minds. Your word today did not more than inspiration. They ignite purpose, alleviate hope, and reminded us all the beauty of abundance rooted in service, sustainability, and soul. Thank you for your being a beacon of courage, compassion, and clarity, and for sharing your time and truth with our global community. We are honored to have walked alongside you in this dialogue and look forward to many more chapters of collaboration in shaping a better world. With abundant respect and appreciation, this is GAO TV Abundance Show team empowering humanity through vision, voice, and action. Thank you so much, ma'am, and see you soon again.
Thank you so much. If time permits, I would like to dedicate my own poem for all the audience.
So, sure, yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
please.
one poem which was written by me, which is
Yeah,
the title of the poem is Where the Mind is Without Fear. Those who bring sunshine to others cannot keep it within themselves because we inspire, we ignite, we inflict, and we innovate. Why do we do that? To empower, enlighten, to excel, and evolve. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our fear is that we are powerful beyond our measure. It is our light, our strength, not our darkness, the weakness that frightens us. Often we doubt ourselves. Am I brilliant? Am I gifted? Am I talented? Am I fabulous? Am I optimistic? Actually, who you are not to be. You are skillful. You are blessed. You are already successful. Your playing small doesn't serve the world at all. It shrinks down the opportunities because we are all meant to shine. We are born to manifest our glory from within. It is not in just some of us, it is there in every one of us. We need to just look into ourselves rather than looking at the outside world because the workshop from within will emit and give whatever we ask for. It ignites the indomitable spirit and the positive energy that will cause the transformation. It will illuminate the light from within to carry the beam above and beyond. With the illumination of light, we become enlightened with knowledge. We will get liberated from ourselves means from our own fears and doubts. We will develop faith, focus, and determination with dedication to walk those extra miles of hardship with the belief that there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. But remember, the journey is not always smooth. The road to success is not straight. There is always a curb called failure. There is always a loop called confusion. But if you spare called determination, with an engine called perseverance, with the protected insurance called faith in the Almighty, that driven by the driver called Almighty, we all will make it to the destiny, a place called success. So, this is the quintessence of the positive success formula where the mind is without fire. The success formula is very infectious. It does not stop with one person because those who bring sunshine to others cannot keep it within themselves because we inspire, we ignite, we inflict, and we innovate to enlighten, empower, exemplify, and evolve our society. And the success saga continues. Believe you can, and you're halfway there. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Abundance, for giving this opportunity. It is definitely a wonderful opportunity, and I enjoyed being here. Thank you.
Ambassador Dr. Srividhya Sukumar, it was amazing time, and it was such a journey that I just walked along your side. This is amazing, and I would love to have you time and again. I'd like to have a series of podcasts. It was amazing, and I want really abundance between our countries, just because we are fighting against each other just for the scarce mindset we have. Let's make it abundant. Let's live together in peace, prosperity, and collaboration and cooperation environment. This is how only we can. We've got only one planet. Let's not destroy this. I mean, if you or me, it's whosoever is. I mean, we're gonna do too bad to it. Let's live together. And I really, you be the voice from, yeah, your side, and I am the voice from my side. Let's connect these all powers for the peace, prosperity, and collaboration and cooperation. Seeing you soon, Ambassador Her Excellency Dr. Srividhya Sukumar. Thank you so much.
Thank
And
you. Thank you. Thank you.